Good morning! In level 7, you learned about a bunch of different past tenses. On the exam, you only really need to focus on past simple and past perfect. So that is what we are going to review today.
Past simple is used in a few different ways. The most common way is to express a finished action in the past. For example, Columbus arrived in America in 1492. That is over. He is dead now. I lived in Texas for 3 years. Means I do not live there anymore. We also use past simple to express actions in a story in the order that they happen. So let's look at the example. I heard voices coming from downstairs. So I put on my shoes, grabbed a flashlight, and went to investigate. All of these verbs are in past simple. Okay, the first thing that happened is the first verb, heard. The second thing that happened is the second verb, put. The third thing that happens is the third verb. The actions happen in order in the past, so we use past simple for all of these verbs. Past simple can also be used with past continuous to show an interrupted past activity. This is very similar to how it's done in Spanish. Look at example 2. Estabas estudiando cuando ella llamó. In both Spanish and English, we use the past continuous tense for the first event and past simple for the event that stops the previous activity. For example, I was driving to work when I crashed my car. Past continuous is used for the activity that was stopped or interrupted. Here, that is, I was driving to work. That happened in the past, but then it was interrupted by the past simple. Past simple is used for the activity that stops the other activity. When I crashed my car. Crashing the car stopped the other past activity, driving to work. The other past tense that you need to know is past perfect. Past perfect is used to look back to a time in the past and refer to an action that happened before then. Usually, past perfect is used in the same sentence as another past tense to show that the verb in past perfect happened before the other past verb. Let's look at the examples. 1. She was crying because her cat had died. Both of these events happened in the past, but this one, her cat had died, happened before she was crying. So we use past perfect to show that it happened before the other past action. Number 2. I arrived to pick up David, but he had already left. Had left is in past perfect because David left before the other past action of I arrived. When she woke up, she saw her husband cooked or had cooked breakfast. So here we want to think about what happened first. Did she wake up first, or did her husband cook breakfast first? Here, we'd use past perfect, had cooked, because he cooked breakfast before the other past actions of her waking up and seeing him. I had a roommate from California, but she moved or had moved back to San Francisco last month. Now I live alone. Here we would use the past simple moved because the action is finished in the past. And these two actions happened in that order. First, I had a roommate, but then she moved. She wore or had worn the clean sweater her mom washed or had washed an hour earlier. So think about what action happened first. Here, the sentence should be, she wore the clean sweater her mom had washed an hour earlier. Look, when you see an hour earlier or any time like that, a day earlier, that means that this verb happened before the other verb. So when you see something like that, and you will see it on the exam, you know that this verb will be past perfect. It started or had started to rain when the kids were walking home. Look, were walking is past continuous. So what should the other verb be? Past simple. Because this verb, the starting of the rain, stopped the past continuous activity. That's it for this video, but there are many more slides on the PowerPoint. So please look through the PowerPoint, message me if you have any questions, and then try the activity. Good luck!